So they think you're an idiot. Are they right? Well, I'm going to help you figure it out. Because I don't know. You could be. Maybe I am. Does anyone ever really know? First off, who are they? Well, I'll get to that. You got to put a glove on to get some respect around here. Today, let's figure out if we're getting played. And by whom? Yeah.
Warning! Warning! Warning, warning! This is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. I'm just advising you to think. Think. Let's all think.
Welcome back to the Thousandaire Radio channel.
J-Rock, a.k.a. Action Breeds Success. First, last video. Congratulations, friendo. Do you make financial decisions based on your emotions and feelings without much knowledge? Be honest. And by knowledge, I don't mean the talking points of the big stacking channels, sponsored by big bullion dealers, or even worse, mining companies. Talking points like what, you might say? How about cherry-picked news headlines that depict a very doomy scenario for, say, the dollar or the economy as a whole? And you may say, well, it makes a lot of sense, and I agree with you, okay? I do. But here's the thing. The timing. The timing is key. Do you really want to lose money and have to hold for maybe 10 or more years? It could happen. How would you like to see your gold and silver value nearly halved and then stay about that price for nearly a decade? You think that can't happen? It can happen. The bad news doesn't always pan out like you think it may. Bad things happen all the time, and so do good things, but you probably don't hear much about those, do you? What's some other fake knowledge you may have? Oh, your favorite Big Stacker channel guys hanging out in a coin shop, talking to all the smart customers with a microphone. All the smart customers that have been listening to him, regurgitating his same vomit right back at him. Listen closely. Do you hear any genuineness in their responses to these customers? They sound like adults trying to have a conversation with children. No real pushback, and why would they? They're buying what they're selling. All right, before your temperature gets too high and steam comes out of your ears, I'm bullish with silver and gold. And yeah, I'm a bit of an idiot. But the poison is the dose, meaning I don't act solely on emotion, but I don't act totally devoid of it either. But if you're new to this game and the only knowledge you got is talking points from a big stacker channel that tells you they are sponsored by a bullion dealer who wants to sell you bullion, and you act on that with vigor, I'm sorry, you're not doing so hot, all right? And don't worry, you're not special. We've all been there. And my goal is not to make anyone feel bad. I just want you to be alert. So in a nutshell, if you're acting on your emotions based upon the knowledge that you've gotten from these channels sponsored by bullion dealers and mining companies, and nothing else, well, then you may be acting with a bit of mental disability at the moment. And unfortunately, that's the definition of idiot. And who's playing you? Well, those profiting from the sales to you, because you may not be privy to some decent information, probably through your own laziness, but still, these things, they can change. But there you have it. There's the thumbnail explained. You're welcome. Please leave a like if you're not angry as you leave. Everyone else, please hit like to help me expand this message. This is a message I would love for noobs to hear as soon as they arrive. But my channel is just a wee one, so they'll likely get taken advantage of by the sellouts who hype them and fear them into overbuying their position at the top of the market. Are we at the top of the market? I don't know. Immediately, I can't help but wonder how much was silver and gold this time last year. Let's ask the robot. Let's ask the Wobot, folks. Wobot, how much was silver and gold this time last year?
Good question.
Of course it's a good question. Just answer it.
It depends a bit on exactly what this time last year means. The same date or roughly the same time of year. Here are approximate values for early December 2024, about 1 year ago. On December 8th, 2024, gold was about US $2,637.31 per troy ounce. Price gold. For silver, around that period in early December 2024, the price was roughly US $31 per troy ounce. Gold price. If you meant a different time last year, like month or a specific event, I can check. Do you want the numbers for a different date?
No, thank you, Wobot. Very good. Okay, so everything's nearly doubled since this time last year. Can silver and gold double again? Of course they can. But what is the probability? If you think the probability of gold and silver going up as fast next year as it did this year is lower, if I thought that, I would also think on some level, if I'm holding, I'm taking on more risk. Does that sound like a fair assessment to you? Again, I'm not bearish, but I think there's some consideration in order. I'm not seeing any pushback out there. Everything's just one-sided. And it makes me a bit nervous. Not for myself. I've already taken a lot of precautions. I don't want to see people out there screwing up their retirements, listening to non-financial advising salesmen with about as much moral integrity as QVC. Think about it. They're enthusiastically hyping an asset they're selling, by the way. I'm going to keep saying that because it's true. An asset that has nearly doubled within the past year. Nearly doubled does not sound like we're getting in at the ground floor right now. And if you're saying, well, hey, these guys, they made me money because I'm up 20, 40, 60, 80%. Well, that's great. Did you cash in any of that? Oh, that's right. You don't believe in dollars. You don't like dollars. The currency that literally all of our expenses are denominated in. And again, I'm not defending the dollar that much. It's literally designed to lose value. But we got to have some of them. Do you have some of them? Remember, I said the poison's the dose. It's all about position size relative to the other assets we own. And if you're still here, I know that you know this. I just couldn't help myself. I had to watch one of those big channels and see what's going on. I watched a few of them, actually. This potato was only pressure cooked for 10 minutes. I didn't cut them in half this time. But yeah, I see these channels and I just feel like they're taking advantage of gullible people or just noobs that are still a little ignorant. I see it, and that's a route that I'm just not going to do with this channel. I'm not going to go that route. If this channel were to become all about placating to some mania in order to keep or gain views, I couldn't keep doing that and feel good about myself, nor probably keep my sanity, whatever little bit I got. I think I'd much rather go back to my crappy job full time. And again, I'm not saying I'm not bullish with silver and gold. I just don't like the language everyone uses like it's a sure thing. It may be a likely thing, but again, we got to keep our perspective. I hear people say they love silver and gold. You can go back on this channel pretty far. I don't think you'll ever hear me say I love silver, I love gold. I've probably said it, but I've edited it out. It's easy to say it, but I'm conscious of it. And I proactively make sure I do not say it. Not just because you shouldn't love money, which you probably should not, but it's probably a good practice not to love any investment because love is a strong emotion and emotions don't go well with financial decisions. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with gut feelings or enthusiasm. Occasionally, it's good to take a step back and check yourself before you wreck yourself. Like right now, I want to say I love this Instant Pot because this food is absolutely delicious. And it was so easy to make. All right, I ranted, I had fun, and I think I'm going to continue this topic again soon, maybe even tomorrow. I'll be looming around the comments and maybe picking up a link and going on Monday Night Metals tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern on either Vegas Stackers channel or Blue Collar Stacker channel. I can never remember which one. They alternate. If you're new around here and you found yourself enjoying the content, please subscribe for more and you will get more. It is just that simple. Do not leave it up to chance me showing up in your feed every day. And I do make a video pretty much every day. Maybe I should invest in beef stock. It says it's better than bullion. Not a sponsor, but I would. I need to get an email. This stuff, it's amazing, by the way. And the ingredients ain't too shabby. All right, I should go. That's it. That is it!
Thousandaire Radio, Wicked Show.
Join the pen pals. You can now write me at The Thousandaire Collector, 1700 Sullivan Trail, Suite 7, Box 111, Easton, Pennsylvania, 18040. Don't forget to include your info so I can put you on my mailing list.
It's a beautiful apocalyptic day. The SHTF is everything I dreamed it would be. I'm not dropping the dime, I'm picking them up. We are all so wonderfully screwed.
You Thousandaire! Your radio is wicked sharp!
Lost it all, folks. Every penny on Wall Street. But this beauty's still here for $100 cash. Who's got it?
Da 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 da. Liberty is the state of being free within society from oppressive restrictions imposed by authority on one's way of life, behavior, or political views.
A little sear, a little wine, a little bouillon. We got all kinds of bouillon, just the beef kind. Stir it up, scrape the bottom, and put the beef back in. I know, I won't shut up about this pressure cooker. I'm prepping my food for days, and it's gonna be awesome. I got the hang of that lid. We're gonna cancel the saute, and I'm just gonna press the pressure cooker button. The beef was 4-pound chuck roast, and the ChatGPT said to cook it on high pressure at 75 minutes. That's right, I used the ChatGPT to learn how to use this machine. I forgot to add some water. Bam! It's been 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'm gonna chop this in 3 pieces for the next 3 days. All I gotta do is throw it back in with some new vegetables and it'll be done in 10 minutes. Every day. This alone is amazing. But as of late, I've become kind of a potato crackhead. Rinsed raw potatoes and some raw onions. And I use the carrots with the dirt on them now. See, I read your comments. I chopped this beef up. I got some raw carrot here. I got to keep a piece for myself. One of these days, I'm going to break a tooth. So I put each end in a freezer bag for later. I'll put this back in with the vegetables. This is all in one pot. You don't have to stand over it and watch it. It's so nice. Raw whole potatoes, raw whole onions, raw whole carrots, pretty much. We just pressure cook for 10 minutes. And that's how we got to here when you saw me grubbing on camera a couple minutes ago. And this is so delicious. You can't even go to a restaurant really and get food like this for the most part. All right, I'll shut up now.